Hello, and welcome to the eclipse. No, it's just a regular day. I can't see anything. I better take these off. Welcome to Handelabra Live. I am John, aka Migrant P, and I am going to shrink down to my normal size. Woo! Yeah, Spirit Island today. We're still technically, I guess, on the Handelabra A to Z, but this is the last game. So I experienced a total eclipse of the heart. I did, in fact, experience totality, the total solar eclipse, yesterday in Prince Edward Island. Of course, Handelabra HQ in Cleveland also had totality, so lots of people saw it. It was pretty cool. I was on a beach with goats. I can also recommend that as part of the experience. Yeah, Cleveland. All right, so today is the last game of the alphabet because Uncle Slam no longer exists. It is Spirit Island. And we're going to preview the Tsardom of Russia, which is also known as the Stardom of Russia when your autocorrect changes it. Yeah, RIP Uncle Slam. I didn't actually go and try to run it. I don't even have the code on my computer, so I feel like it would take a bit. It's possible, but I don't know that I'm going to bother. Of course, I will mention that Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible. Anyone working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. And will send a river crossing blood and bone after you, if that's the case. All right, let's have a look at the Tsardom of Russia. Look at the other side if you want. I upgraded to macOS Sonoma, and there's little like icons on your window showing that it's being shared. It's kind of nice, like a security feature, really. So, as well as a little purple icon saying, "Hey, this is streaming," or if your microphone's active, it shows in the toolbar and stuff. There always is an additional loss condition. Hunters swarm the island. Put beasts destroyed by adversary rules on this panel. If there are ever more beasts on this panel than on the island, the invaders win. We might adjust that wording a little bit, potentially, for digital. But stage 2 escalation. Stalk the predators. On each board, add 2 explorers among lands with beasts. If you can't, instead add 2 explorers among lands with beasts on a different board. And we're going to probably start at level 1, because the additional loss condition doesn't actually do anything at level 0. So there is a bug, actually. If you flip the card, then the buttons don't work anymore. We're clicking on the levels. Did anyone ever notice that? Like, whoever flips this card, right? That's the thing. So the adversary rule that destroys beasts is literally just the first one, which says it adds some beasts and explorers, and then during play, explorers do +1 damage. When Ravage adds blight to a land, including cascades, destroy a beast in that land. So the number of beasts destroyed by this rule, if that outnumbers the number of beasts on the island, you lose. So the invaders win, I guess. You lose. So, yeah. I'm also mesmerized by this difficulty wavy text. That's just that font does that, right? The font is wavy when it's all capitals, because the baselines of the letters like don't match up. And it's all caps. Font stuff. Just font stuff. Sentinels has the same problem. Yeah, hunting animals to extinction. Yeah, they are hunting. And funnily enough, like the rest of the stuff here doesn't have to do with beasts like at all. It just has to do with explorers, mostly. But let's do level 1. We got River and Vengeance on boards H and E. That seems fine. I think I'm in the spot where the spirit goes. So let's move myself over here. And we'll press go. We can do a preview. Will I defeat? Oh, no, I clicked wrong and now I can't go back. Will I defeat Russia? 1. Oh my gosh, what? What is happening? Alright, predict away. The island is A. Yeah. Right, so we can see the number of beasts on the island slash the number of beasts, or sorry, number of beasts on the card versus the number on the island. So if that first number reaches the second number, you lose. Or if it's more, I guess. Yeah, because there's 4 on the island. So if that first number gets bigger than the second number, you lose. Of course, if a beast is destroyed by the rule, then that goes up by 1, that goes down by 1. So yeah, so that's what's going on. And explorers do +1 damage, so you can't just like leave an explorer alone. That will cause bad things to happen. If it's improper, you lose. There you go. We should just write that on the card. If the fraction is ever improper, you loot, the invaders win. I'm very dark. I have a black t-shirt. I haven't lit up by the sun, so that's nice. Might be getting a bit, if it gets a bit warm in here, I might open the window. So River and Vengeance. I don't know if I've played this combo. I'm gonna turn off land numbers because we don't need them really. They're part of the setup, really. And I think that's it. Yeah. Cosplaying the eclipse. I actually have a Star Trek-y themed shirt on, so it's spacey. So they're going in the mountains. They don't do any like special build stuff like Habsburg. Like Habsburg moves towns in and stuff like that. That disrupts your prevention. So we can actually prevent builds in like the ways that we usually do, and tend to prioritize trying to save lands with beasts from being ravaged, because that's, you know, how you lose the game. So I think we can just kill this explorer. We can let that blight. We could also like plague bearers that land. That might be fine. Because I like to get 2 presents out. But can I have enough energy? No, I cannot have enough energy if I want to do that. So let's just go with my first plan, which is put presents in there and kill the explorer. Get another card. We have a card with all our elements on it. That seems good. And you can probably just play 1 card. Just gonna play 1 card and bank some energy. Because we could prevent that ravage if we care. Next turn, it's just 1 blight. We probably don't care that much. And we want to do river stuff. We could flash floods this guy. We could also just push away. Like, the problem is pushing away both the towns doesn't actually work. So I think I want to flash floods this one to reduce the amount of inland stuff. And then I mean, I could always, the thing is, flash flooding the town and leaving the explorer, or pushing the town, leaving the explorer, doesn't actually solve the problem with Russia, right? So there's your problem. We can do wash away. We can't do wash away and flash floods. So I think I do have, this is the only one in range of the sacred site, so I would basically need, I want to do flash floods and wash away. I can't do that. That's not a thing I can do, is it? Huh. Okay, well, wash away then. I don't need the energy then. Let's go back. We'll just let that blight. We can pull the Dahan away. I'm okay with that. We'll still put presents in the same spots, I think. Just do that instead. That seems fine. Bye. All right. We can allow this build. You know, unlike Habsburg, we don't care if they have a giant ravage in one land for like 100 damage. That's fine. Or 8, whatever, you know, numbers. We can stop them building here. You're gonna build a city here. Do we care that much? No, there isn't a beast there, so we don't actually care that much, do we? We care here. And we can bring this to Han, and sure, that to Han. 100 is approximately 8. Exactly. And I'm just gonna send this guy over there. There's some chance we like can stop the city with a defend 2 or whatever. We can wash away the other stuff, so. This is something we probably want to deal with. Also this. That's worse. There we can... We only get to push 2 pieces. River brings consumable water. Thank you. The hydration may commence. All right. I can't actually put... I can put presents next to it. I can't actually solve it in any way. It's kind of interesting. I could use plague bears to get disease in there and push 2 things out. Or just put disease in and then skip the ravage next turn. I guess that's what I do. I put disease in and I skip the ravage. That seems fine. So I just need range 1 to it. So let's add presence and get presence where we want. We probably want to just get a presence destroyed here. And this turn I'm playing this. And I mean, I could play Plague Bears. There's no real purpose. Call to Migrate also doesn't do much, but it does have elements. They both have the same elements. It might be that we don't have to skip the Ravage, right? If we like get a card and it's a defend 1 or whatever, so. So if we take animal, we do get to use a thing. So let's do that. I am getting a phone call from marketing. No, thank you. Okay, so here I think we're allowing that to blight. We're allowing 2 blight. Just regular blight, no beasties involved. The water was blessed by Worm God. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of energy too, so that's nice. I think we're just going to get in here. We're gonna want to wash away this stuff for sure, or like actually use our innate power. And you can just come down this way, I guess. That's probably fine. It's actually a pretty good map for river, like sacred site visibility on a lot of the board really quickly. I don't have enough energy to play wash away, do I? But I have massive flooding. Where'd my energy go? I don't know. It's fine. This is normal, right? Maybe I get a bonus energy from a spirit sometimes and whatever. I can do 1 damage. I guess I'll do 1 damage. I could actually kill the city there. Oh, actually, if I ping Flash Floods in here, then Plague Bears sends them all away. That might be better. Then we don't have to like block the Ravage next turn. So let's Flash Floods one of these guys. And we can kill one because we're not on level 2. Level 2 is where Russia gets really Russia. And level 3. Level 2 and level 3. It gets really Russia. Alright, so we're not doing any extra damage, so let's just kill explorers. Oh, we don't have events turned on. Remind me to turn events on for the next game. We're gonna have command beasts, which is actually pretty good against Russia. I don't know why my events are off. Probably for testing. That's a thing I do sometimes. Going in the jungles. Alright, so if we put disease in here and we send them all away. We'll send them all into the sands. We may as well move the disease because we don't really need it in there anymore. Damage push. There's a good chance I get like a defend card, right? So this actually, yeah, it's like there's no events to boost the damage, but also they still do 2 damage. So let's pull Dawn in here on the chance that get a defend card. If they die, well, we're already making new Dahan, so. Hey, each invader does -1 damage. That actually does something. We're also in a situation where we can't use strong and coastal currents, so. That does save some Dahan. And a counterattack does happen, I think, right? Because they'll do 4 damage. Saves 1 Dahan. So yeah, just 1 blight there. And I want to reclaim. Probably not. What would I play, though? I guess I can get another card. Sure. Maybe I get a range 1 defend. I can take a major. 2 damage per Dahan. Range 2. Okay, maybe we just kill everything in 1 shot. I need sun and animal. I'm sure I'll find another way to add disease, right? Like this. And I often just go straight up the energy track here. Now that we got a good major too. Let's go into this land. No, wait, we got jungle. Jungle party. Go in here. And yeah, we don't particularly care about blocking that. Good call to migrate gets us a little damage. 2 damage here. We don't actually need this anymore, so maybe instead of that we take a different card. This one has better elements for us. This one is great elements. We just don't have presence in the coast right now, but it's actually a really good card. Let's take it and play it next turn. And flash floods, stops build. Sure. Stops the city build there, actually. We also have command beasts, which doesn't do anything right now. We can save that. Kill everything. Yeah, we have a city build happening there, so we may as well start this other city build. We can wash away the rest. More massive flooding. Oh, this is actually 3 damage. This kills a city. Okay. And we have command beasts, so we could use it if we want, but I don't think there's any point. Push up to 2 from an inland land. Well, we can send this guy. Not there. No death by Dahan. And that's one less thing happening in here, I think, is probably good. So we have escalation, which is adding explorers among lands with beasts. Since we don't have the 3 explorers ravage rule, it's not a big deal. Just toss them in places you don't care about. We can have a whole bunch piled up here. Whereas that would, once you get to Russia 3, you want to spread them out so they don't have 3 in one land. And I did click Call to Migrate for some reason. Alright, so we have massive flooding and we have wash away. I don't know that there's a huge difference in when we use where. I guess here we have a Badlands and like lots of damage there all the time. We can bring Dahan in here and smash this in the fast phase. That's a thing we can do. With this card that we have. So that seems good. Actually, I could just River's Bounty there, right? That seems even better. Then we still have Dahan there. And Call to Migrate exists. The Jungle Ravage is pretty clear. Builds aren't clear, but we can, I don't know, put Dahan around them. Put Dahan where they might be needed, I don't know. Oh, this thing's making me sleepy. I'm gonna open the window a little. It's getting to spring. We want this. We want the windows open. All right, we can go for the 4-card play thing here. So here we definitely want to get our Blow the Invaders Up card back. I could take another major, but let's take a minor first. We find one with Sun and Animal. I actually have Animal all the time, right? So we don't need it. We just want something with Sun. We could remove Blight. That would be silly. Gathering Blight is more fun. This says gather up to 1 Badlands. Push and explore. I like the, I don't know, elements on this. We don't have really, we have just the one other sun card. I'll click on that. Because we could play this. We have a destroyed presence. We could stop them building there. That seems fine. And river can probably get back wash away and get another card and get to 4-card place. Yeah, and even afford to play whichever one we pick. Defend 6. So we could just defend there. Or we could just not defend. Also, we got Lord of the Unknown. And terror turns to madness and other things. They're only building in a couple places. Does Lord of the Unknown work? Not actually doesn't work anywhere we want to use it. We could use it here, but then we don't use Fiery Vengeance, so. And we could, instead of Fiery Vengeance, play something else. We're not actually getting the threshold. If we played something that has fire and animal. We could do some random extra damage. I don't know. We'll just click on things. Place presence. We want presence in a coastal land. I think this one is good. There's stuff there. We can get our top innate, but that's fine. I don't think we need to move to Han. We can just like send that over there. We can lower this guy here. Blow all this up. Blow stuff up here. We got a fear card of energy. And we don't need to use command beasts. They're building here, but we can easily deal with that. And they're building down here, and we can easily deal with that. 1 damage per Dahan. I guess I should have moved the Dahan. Wouldn't really be a big thing. Hey, coastal lands. Oh. I don't know why I'm so tired. Should have had a coffee before the stream, I guess. I will power through. Maybe it's because there's no events. Oh, here I can just send all these guys away. It's like I planned it. Alright, let's wash away these guys into what is going to be a killing zone here. And massive flooding these guys. This sort of looks like a killing zone as well. But I mean, I'm not like emptying it, so maybe it is. And plague bearers. could put disease into these other lands, but I think I'm just going to send them all into this land. At least one of the disease. Spread it out. There's no invaders in wetlands. We're reclaiming here. We take another minor power. We have more cards with our elements. Okay. And here it's less obvious. I guess we could take a different look for get a different major power. I think that would be fine. Whew. 10 energy. 10 energy. We also have this if we have a place that we want to like wash away stuff into. After invaders or Dahan are moved into target land, destroy them. Can also make a lot of beasts. We could use that here. There aren't beasts nearby, but it's kind of a fun spot to do it, or do it here. But here's like not a problem. Like it's not a problem spot. Things are actually happening there. This one's kind of fun with Russia, actually. Specifically Russia. Turns explorers into beasts. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have another moon? No. We have lots of animal. Don't get the threshold. This one's kind of fun. I'm trying to think of like what am I gonna do? I'd have to like set it up somewhere and then have them get pushed into there. There's not actually a good spot. We only have one moon. I would like more card plays. I mean, I could just click this one. I don't have range for it. I don't have a good place for it, but I could play it later. I mean, the elements are what you want, but we're not even close on the elements. We would need 4 water. Like if River had this and energy, it would work. Let's click this. And presents. We need a sacred site. Oh, we have a sacred site. Why do we have a sacred site? Weird. We started with one? Yeah, we started with that sacred site. So, and that's range 2, so we can actually hit everything. I kind of want to use that here, right? Let's go closer. No ravage. We can stop a build with this. We're actually close to getting this threshold at some point. Oh, we could actually use this. To do more damage. One more damage. Not that exciting. I think it's better to be able to use an innate power. I want to use that, but also I want to use the other things. This is 1 damage. Fire Vengeance is also 1 damage. And stops a build, so okay. Alright. Does this work? This works. It doesn't get me my big threshold I want to. I guess I don't really need to use that here. This is going to do 4 damage. So not actually that much. And do we want to hit the threshold? Just like stop as much as we can, I guess. And we have so much energy. I want energy for me. River doesn't have to show us, right? I have 5 damage because of the blight. How many towns? There's 3 towns on the whole map. And this. Let's send this to Han over here in case they do a damage or something from a rear card. Oh, I think I wanted to click do both, right? Yeah. And then we just wipe everything out there. Yeah, and I don't think the command beast does anything important. Add strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Don't think this matters a whole lot. It's like kill explorers though. So it doesn't really matter. I'll allow it. Might make them explore further, but yeah, they explore this land now. Put more explorers in here. It'll be fine. Totally fine. Don't worry about it. It got tiny. It tends to happen with Russia. All right. So we could wash away one of these jungle friends. This one's gonna ravage as well. Wipe that out. And reason. Put down anywhere, but we'll do it. All right. What's next? We have one down there. Or if we can get the threshold on Vigor. We don't have enough card plays, right? We have to start getting card plays now. We just like get some other card. We just let that blight happen. We could also flash floods it. It doesn't really do anything, right? Would River have something fast that mattered? That plus flash floods potentially does things. Sure. Well, that plus elusive ambushes does things in a more certain way. So let's just do that. And we can double add presence. We might want to gain a power card. We can actually afford to play all our cards, and if we get a free one, we can play that too. If we don't, then we can take the energy. We got free ones. We can put a beast here and then do command beasts. Click, 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 click. Just play your best cards. Actually, we're not worried about anything. We don't even want to play that. There's no Ravage. Now. We could double add presence and play these two cards. I guess so. We just like go up in places. Hang out. I have 10 energy. I don't know what to do with it. Oops, I clicked wrong. With 11 energy. I mean, I could keep that energy for myself. Could also lure the unknown this guy, but what else are we doing with this command beasts? Go here, I don't know. Doesn't matter doing 1 damage in there. Gather up to 1. Gather up to 1. Light. We haven't seen sands or mountains, so we could isolate a land if we want. I could have done more damage there if I do this. Ha. guys away. Sure. They build a town? Oh no. Oh no, they keep putting guys in that sand. We want to have lots of Dahan in there to attack them? I guess so. We have lots around. Just getting really small. And I think just like clearing this guy is better than doing the damage here. I don't know. Yeah, actually doing this is better. That is a crowded little land. Okay, let's reclaim and taking minor powers. We don't have enough energy to take major powers. Oh. Too expensive. Alright, I think here's a reclaim. Take another major with 16 energy. Weave together the fabric of place. That doesn't really do much. I guess if they explore somewhere next to a place that does something, it gives us +1 damage with the blight. It's a lot of fun. We might have all the elements for unlock the gates. We don't have moon. Destroy all explorers with strangling firevine. I don't think we need it. I don't know that we need any of this. We don't have destroy presence? No. I'm not really sure why I clicked on this. It's just we're winning too hard. Okay. Let's click on things that get our innate. There's no ravage. And there's 3 builds, potentially. I cannot afford that card. There isn't any way that this really makes sense. So I have more energy, my friend. I mean, I could use it on myself. That's allowed. I actually don't want to weave that before using this. There's 4 beasts in there. 9 damage remaining. Oh, we just win the game now. Okay. I accidentally won the game, sorry. Alright. Russia won. Outcome never in doubt. We only have one moon, and it was in front of the sun. Look at all these details at the top. That's a new thing coming in the next update. What do you think? Useful? Enjoyable? You can look at all the things. That's a thing coming soon. All right, let's play a new game with 3 spirits and Russia. I think I need it to be harder in order to wake up. Let's go for Russia 2, Russia 3, and a scenario. Scenarios such as Guard the Owl's Heart. Sure. That might be really tricky, right? So that's kind of fun. And we have Thunder Speaker, we have Bringer, and we have Worm God. All right, let's do it. I'm going to also be right back. Oh, mighty chair, what shall we do? We should place presents for Gardale's Heart. All right, I need to make a new prediction. Will I defeat Russia 3 versus the Isle's Heart? Predict away. So Russia 3 adds 2 big things. The first time each action would destroy explorers if possible. One of them is pushed and 1 fear and not destroyed. And also Ravage cards match lands with 3 or more explorers. So that can be a big deal. Like right here, there's 3 or more explorers, and they're gonna be need to get this beast out of there. Probably. All right. 2 card plays. Let's go air. Go for 2 card plays. All right, the Wounded Wild, Swarming Wasps, that's good. Storm Swath, Uncanny Melting, Poisoned Land, and Call to Migrate. All right, so they're allowed to build a town in the first turn, but if it survives until the next turn, that's bad. This one needs Blight. And we could use it there. We don't have enough energy for that though. I guess we could get enough energy and use the major right away. But it's actually kind of okay because they are. And I want to play this. Let's just push beasts out fast. But they have too many beasts there. What do we have here? We could look for another major here. This is really good if we had a sacred site in the right place. If we could use it fast, that would be really cool. We have actually sudden ambush clears this. And this clears one of the other ones. And so it's up to Bringer to hold their weight. So let's see if Bringer can get into a land with more Dahan. use that and bring extra Dahan and do something cool. Do something cool. Hello. Hello. I have a coffee now. Thanks to Nassim. Alright, here we just get the 2 card plays. We could look for another power card, but I'm pretty happy with those 2 plays. They don't get us damage on our innate though. Whereas this would. Maybe we don't use that. Maybe we play that. Just to make sure. I guess there's not going to be... I forgot to turn events on, by the way. Someone's supposed to remind me. They're not actually adding an explorer in here. It's just this one that's really the problem. So, in terms of, like, things being bad. So maybe we don't need to panic here. If we want to play sudden ambush, we could just go up to 2 energy. Maybe we do that. Go in there, go in there. Let's do that. So I get a mess of Dahan in there. It's going to be great. And here, then... we still want more energy. So let's just make sure we clear out these places with light. Then. I actually don't have to clear those ones. I was like, I gotta clear them right away. I don't have to clear them right away. I mean, I can clear them, but I don't have to clear them so fast. I can do something like this so we get our damage. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Alright, sudden ambush here. Bringing in an extra Dahan. So one of them survives, as is the rule, and we push it. And we want to use our powers here first. We get more Dahan in here. We bring one of these presents along for the ride. Turn fear card, face up. Let's drive to a town. Oh dang, dream of the untouched land. I don't have the threshold. It's kind of funny. But I do have actually a good powers for the threshold. We don't have plant, but we have a lot of the rest. It's tempting, but... and these 2 flower cards. It'd be great to have all 3 of these. If invaders remain, add disease. I like these ones that have moon and air. Just want like the straight up 4 fear. 4 damage sort of can be potentially a good amount of fear. I think I'll take Twisted Flowers. I mean, Talons of Lightning is pretty solid as well, but it's pretty early. We don't really need it. also don't have to forget. I don't have to play this turn, but I want to. I could have just forgot Uncanny Melting. We're not going back. Okay. They are trying to build here. The terror level is not 2 or higher, so we actually, it's not even that good early on, but it's fine. We can plan to use this next turn to push up to 2, get those guys out of there. Yeah, we could. Yeah, why don't we gather 1 right now? And then we'll push them out in the fast phase. We can do this here. One of them has to be pushed. I guess into a wetland is okay. Get +1 damage, remember, from Devouring Teeth. And so that Ravage is safe. We do have a couple more blights going on around. I kind of just want to defend that and stop other builds, maybe. Because 2 damage isn't enough, right? So let's leave our presence in here. Well, I have presence there. Let's move that presence. It's fine. And we do have to push this instead. I want to push it in there because each one does 2 damage. That's a lot. We don't want to group them up either, right? Because we do have the rule that 3 or more match. So don't group them up too much or they will ravage there. 4 fear adds strife. Now we could do that and just like defend here. Maybe we don't want to lose our presence. You can push some Dahan places. I kind of would like to get three or 4 Dahan in here. Let's get the Dahan. 1 in extra in there and 3 in here. Let's go this way. And then we can gather 3 into here. And this defend pushes 2 Dahan, so there'll be 1 left to destroy the town or whatever. Sure. And this is going to kill some Dahan, but how far away we don't know. Okay, so I want to get presence in here for Merrick territory. Oh, but I'm also not close enough for this. Oh no, I am close enough. I'm here. Okay, perfect. And those are the 2 cards we're going to play. And just gain a different power card. We have enough energy to do what we want to do. Find stuff for our innates. We kind of didn't. We don't really have a lot of plants. What does this need? It needs a lot of plants. I don't think we're probably getting that threshold generally. This has plant and animal. Okay. And I want to be in here. I want to defend it, and I want to play this to stop them from ending the game. I want to play Words of Warning for that. We could play 2 cards. I'm sorry, 3 cards, but we don't actually have cheap enough cards, do we? Isn't really anywhere that Manifestations works. Poisoned Land could be good to use like here, for example, if they explore it. We could do that. Or just like use it here where they're going to actually be doing stuff. That's fine. Let's go in here where there are Dahan and a friend. Poison Land. Oh, can't afford? I can only play 2. Alright, well, we want to play Words of Warning. I could just do Call to Migrate. Does that unlock something for me? No. Poison Land actually does something somewhere. And down here. What are we doing? I guess we're doing Dread Apparitions. We could pull some Dahan and we could just play Predatory Nightmares. And like, do its thing. That's probably okay. Get some other minor power. Or major. Could have taken a major. Call to Isolation. Also defend 4 for free. Or Veil the Night's Hunt. As all of my elements. Also Call the Guard. There's lots of good stuff. We could defend this. Defend both. Forget the innate. Okay. Defend both. Forget innate. Let's make a sacred site that has more reach. I mean, we are probably going to be doing reclaim. We're going to be doing range 0 stuff, but we have a lot of sacred site powers. That seems fine. We're also adding Strife to a town, the Fear card, which doesn't really change anything, but we can add Strifes for later. So they're all going to be dead, so it doesn't matter. Blanca Ravage later on. Oh, hey, we can put Dahan in here. And Thunder Speaker can go. E1. It's a warning, can go there. And no blight. No blight. And also, let's not lose the game. Just like send these into different lands so that they don't add up to too many explorers if they explore into one of those lands. Alright, literally every town is already dead, right? So I guess not necessarily. And the explorers move around, of course. But this doesn't like turn on more this doesn't turn on more ravages. Like if I put 3 in a land now, they won't suddenly be ravaging in it. You check the lands first. But it does mean that the order matters a lot because you can like send them in between lands, right? Like I can click here first and send an explorer to that land and then whatever. So like there's different things. Which I guess I can do. Why not? So choosing the order makes a big difference oftentimes. And let's send this into here where maybe we do poison land on it. And we could destroy the town, we could not destroy the town. We could have put all the strife on that town. We could sort of decide that it lives, but they're actually not going to be seeing these lands if we destroy the town. So we're exploring anyway. They do still get to escalate potentially there. But not this turn. I don't think that ended up changing anything. Okay. So I could poison land here. There's no like other really obvious place. This gets to do 1 damage in like a mountain, I guess. So if we gather warriors into here, we get to gather 2, push 1. Let's put 1 like in here. Poison the land. This guy survives and runs away. You can generate lots and lots of fear against Russia by pushing the explorers around. So it's not a total negative. Total negative, man. Why isn't this showing the icon? Oh, you know what? There's a thing I need to build. There's a special icon showing that this is a Russia light. That, you know how Habsburg has a special icon? There's a special icon, but my build doesn't have that icon because I screwed it up. So that is a blight that is advancing the loss condition. There's a regular blight and a regular blight. So I don't know that it really makes sense to go in there. Someone can just defend it, like with this card. I guess if I go in there, then we can command beasts and kill the explorer, move the explorer. So let's do that. Okay. Can we get away with it with reclaiming? I think so. Is there a good place for this? We could use it in here. There's a blight. We could gather some beasts into it. Seems fun. Sure. So I need to be at least next to it. We have enough energy. We could keep gaining more power cards. Maybe try to find power cards that go with this. They still don't really go with it. We also have our innate. Steam Vents goes with our innate. Call to 10 goes with both. Remove Blight. Why would I want to do that? Destroy an explorer at range 0. Oh, like here. We don't have to use whatchamawhat. Let's go in the... Yeah, it's nice to be in the mountains, right? For doing stuff. We could do Furious Might, but I think that's pretty good. We probably want to reclaim here so we can defend this. I also don't want this to go off. We could, yeah, we could just go drift down into slumber back. That's fine. And yeah, keep making more sacred sites. Could remove a blight. Could do damage and push. Could do Storm Swath. One damage to each. Which is okay, but actually if they explore wetlands, then we're going to want it. We can use it. I kind of want to make more fear, though. Yeah, I'm going to click that instead. We'll deal with them going into wetlands if it comes up. So here I think I'm going to reclaim, because otherwise that is kind of nasty for us. We lose a lot of presence. Also got defend 6. We also got defend 5. Take the free defend 5, maybe. And we have Poison Land, which is a pretty solid major. I guess I could have taken the cards that went with the elements there more. That's fine. Blood Drop Predators? Okay. I don't know. I'm just clicking on stuff. Okay. Well, Words of Warning. And one more card. Is there a good mountain? Potentially this one. We could get the presents out of the way if we want. We could also like go and use the Han hammer somewhere. We have the energy for that. We could do sudden ambush somewhere. I do like the Han hammer. There's nowhere that's like building a city. So it's not actually that exciting, is it? Maybe it's just sudden ambush. Steam vents. Again, have to be careful where we put this guy. Don't want them to ravage in here, for example. I guess before we do anything, let's have a look at the dreams. We do have a players don't, or invaders do not ravage in a land with 5 or more Dahan in or adjacent. So we could like have them not ravage here. I'd rather they do ravage and get destroyed. Skip explorers. Okay, whatever. Let's go here. So we don't need to use command beasts. It would save us a build. It would let us use sudden ambush somewhere else, which doesn't really matter. I think we can save it till a turn that we actually want it or need it. This one we want them to build there so that we can use the Wounded Wild on it, I think. Even though it does like make visibility to a bunch of stuff, that's fine. I guess it's better to use that here where the beast is. And that's good. I mean, we could double check our thing, but yeah, no ravage, some towns. I'm fine with them ravaging. There's no event. No events make the game go faster for sure. All right. Explore push. You can go there. You can actually go here because they didn't ravage there. It's fine. Actually, if we're blowing up that land, hang on. We are blowing up that land, so put them there. Put her there. Now we get mountains, bonus mountains. All right, I'd rather not have them go in here where they're going to ravage again. So I'm going to put the explorers in the sands, which is fine because we don't have events that mix this up. And the ravage is done there. We may as well just not have them go in the jungle. I guess they're still going in there, but it's less to deal with. Okay. This doesn't do damage. This is doing 1 damage per. It's going to be 2 beasts and a blight, so 3 damage plus 2 badlands is 5 damage, which right now is exactly what's there. So let's just do that. I guess if I, yeah, these are on the same board, right? If I take these out of the inner lands, they stop adding explorers in there, so. They're gonna ravage there. It's fun. Let's put this in the wetlands. I guess command beasts could have gotten rid of the things there. I guess I can use predatory mice here to stop them ravaging there. That's probably a good idea. 1 in there and 1 in here. Yeah, so not ravaging their next turn. The icons, I'm missing my icons, which do show me the bonus ravages, but I think there's just, where's the 1 more ravage? 1 more. I'm seeing 5 blight, but only 4 spots. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th blight? Only my icon was, oh, this one. Yeah, I already got that one. Where's the 5th blight? Bug report? Is it maybe double matching one of these on the preview and saying it's ravaging twice? That might be about what's happening here. I'm gonna note it because, like, I'm not seeing things right, but there's 2 lands where that's the case. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 lights. Yeah. Oh, wait, here. Here. Okay. That's because the icon's not there. Alright, everything's fine. Too clever for my own good. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. We will be potentially reclaiming here. If we do, we can easily push things away or whatever. I probably want to use my defend 9 here. Let's get presence into this land. We could again get more Dahan in here, or we could get Dahan out of here and allow that to blight. We don't really have a strong defend for that. I don't know that I can actually get any Dahan, a notable amount of Dahan in there, so let's pull them out of here. I think they're fine to sit there. That's gonna blight, but then we can like use that other power on it again, maybe for big damage. And then we could use Storm Swath on it after. That's kind of fun. Up here, right, so I think we're reclaiming here because we want to have our big defend. We're actually going to have a Sacred Site. You probably don't want to play this. Mountain, wetland with blight, I guess that's there. So let's make our Sacred Site down here. And I think we want to play our defend card and Swarming Wasps to push this guy out of here. This is probably just going. I do have defend 5. I could have... That's more than defend 5, right? 8 damage. I could have like got presence in there pretty easily. But I think it's just fine to let that blight. We can use our defend 5 here to actual use. 3 card plays, reclaim 1. It's just words of warning. Which we don't really need. We don't necessarily need the reclaim 1, but I do want the other thing. Just wondering if there's any chance of... I think if we use Blooddraw's Predators here, we clear this out, right? If we choose the 2 Explorers, oh, well, then 1 leaves and then there's enough damage left, so that doesn't actually work. And there's no Dahan around for sudden ambush to help. Sudden ambush could work here, along with, well, we need to reclaim all with words of warning, but we need words of warning as well. We could do, what we could do is words of warning here instead of swarm, which means we could do something else. So that seems probably okay. I'm gonna make a Sacred Site here. And we guess we do want the reclaim 1. Let's get presence like over in this corner. Tap the strength for here. Words of warning for there. And we get to play another card. Ooh, spicy. Blood draws predators for this. I think that's pretty good. So we could actually play this. And we could add presence here and then use it in here, or like in one of these other lands that are going to have blight now. I can dig that. All right, what are we doing over here? Maybe gain a different major. You could get to Han somewhere we're defending, like this. We could use Vengeance of the Dead. It's not something I usually use. One damage per town. And yeah, we don't have a lot of towns and cities being destroyed, right? So it's not really doing a ton. I don't think that's... I guess we could use it here, and then when they kill the Han, we hit back, but it's not like that much. This actually defends that land enough, so that's more useful, I think. We can add presence to a land with extra Dahan if we have. This one, probably. We get an any. And I mean, Storm Swath is probably going to do something now. At least it moves an Explorer, so there's that. Unless we want the moon. The moon makes 1 fear. Oh, and I have an any though, which gives me another element. Fire, air, water. Yeah, I think, I don't know, this gives me, if I take another moon, then I can give someone else an element. It could be a fire for this. Okay, that's worthwhile, so. So click moon. Probably could all, yeah, no, I couldn't quite get that, so. So you have, you want a fire, or do you want like a plant or something? No, a fire. Okay. Skipping explorers, we're getting more defend if we get 10 fear. Which I don't think we need. I want fire. Warning, sap the strength. Alright, we should be down to 1 blight in this land. Which we're going to like smash. And actually this is really good in that land, right? Because it goes off with Badlands. Yeah, that's really good there. Okay. And we're not getting too much fear. We don't really need the other fear cards, so I think we're good. Alright, so let's use this power, and we don't need to use Command Beasts once again. If it does anything for us. Lots of lines with to Dahan. Okay, so we could actually push an explorer here. We can actually make use of that. This one is going to blight. That one's going to do nothing. And send you. This is going to make them start ravaging in one of these lands. Unless we move them around later, which we could do that. Let's put them in here because of the special rule, right? So here we can, yeah, send one over here, and the defend is still enough. And then we can send him like into here. And they're not going to build in those places. Coastal lands. These two mountains in particular are busy places. And this is a trouble spot now. Not that bad. This one too. Let's use this here though, because it's going to be awesome. Oh, I need to get in there. Okay, I need to gather my presence towards it. I think that's still the best place. If this is too much stuff in here, I'll not send him in, but I think it's probably... There's a lot of damage that's going to be flying around. This doesn't do damage to each invader. I guess... Oh no, we didn't play Storm Sloth, did we? Let's not destroy a explorer here so we can kill the maximum number of explorers with the next damage. Oh, we only have 3 damage. Is this from... Oh, because there's no beasts to actually gather. I thought it was next to here. It's not. It's actually not that much damage. Okay, so let's not send that guy in there. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be because there's actually not beasts nearby. But I could actually bring in these guys to destroy the town. To destroy the town, it's actually enough, isn't it? Based on what was happening before, I think. Is that like a waste? I don't think so, really, because there's not really anywhere else to do those things, so... You push, do this. Or like using like... Oh, right, now we're adding... Right. Okay. Timing matters. We want the Badlands in there first, right? Go in there. I could work out all the math, but I could just try it a couple times. And I could hit a town. What if I don't? What if I don't? 3 damage remaining. Yeah, then I'm short. Right, so I do have to hit an explorer. I mean, it's literally the one guy, so... that I pushed in, so it just doesn't change that. That's fine. Oh, I think I hit the town by accident. Yeah, sorry. One more time. Actually, I'll send him back into the sands anyways. One, two, three. Split them up. And then do that. And we can get a fear and remove a blight from a mountain, sorry, sands or wetlands. I guess this place is probably the best one, or this place. But I can't reach that one, so it's this one. Ringer's like, do I reclaim finally? Like, maybe not, just take another major. Just take another major. We're swimming in energy. We are tier level 2 now, so Twisted Flowers works better. We could just reclaim 1 and play Twisted Flowers now that it's stronger. How's our Ravages looking? We have 1 there with 11 damage. 1 there with 2. We have bonus ones. Yeah, the bonus ones with the Explorers are annoying. But I don't know that we can do anything about that. We could do a sudden ambush Dahan movement for a couple of them. We can pull Dahan fast, right? We can also hop in and destroy 1 with Storm Swath or with Steam Vents. We just let this blight. I think it's fine to just let it blight. Quit the game in protest. We could also push this guy to stop this blight, which we were going to do last time. I think I'm going to be playing more cards. It's so slow to get card plays with this guy. We could potentially look at taking a major. Small major. We have it. I mean, a major we have is really good. It just like requires a reclaim. Let's take. Yeah, because we're only playing 2 cards still. Let's see if we get a cheap major that we like. Walls of Rock and Thorn. These are all expensive. I mean, we weren't going to play it this turn anyway. I don't often play Volcanic Eruption, but 20 damage is pretty sweet. I also have Cast Down. This says Defend 8. Not getting the Earth yet. What goes with this? None of these. This is really good, but there isn't a lot of blight around, so it's not that strong. Let's grab this. Or honestly, replacing this with that is like okay. Let's march toward card plays, and we'll still play the cards we were going to play. It's actually pretty good for our needs. Wasp Vents. We get Reclaim 1, so we could do... We could get to 4 card plays. We have enough cheap cards. We don't have enough cheap cards. We play 3 cards with air on them. Sudden Ambush, Words of Warning. Call to Migrate. That's enough, right? And we can take the energy one instead. Or we could take the 2 steps if we want. Just having the energy is going to be good for next turn. Just want to stop this bonus Ravage. Let's let's take that. Actually could play something else now, like this. That's actually pretty good. I like that. You can hit a big Dahan hammer here, or here, if we'd rather. And what are you doing? Storm Swath, Twisted Murmur. There's no Twisted Flowers like nearby. They're not. Maybe just gain a power card and get something else. Sea monsters, tsunami. That does hit there. And generates a ton of fear. Doesn't actually, you know, get rid of the thing, but we could also do it here. So there's different options. A Bringer Tsunami. We also have Bringer Sea Monsters. Or Unleash a Torrent, but it's hard for us to get presents where the problems are, so. I think these have probably done their job. So does Uncanny Melting, but Uncanny Melting actually feeds into Tsunami a little bit more. And range 1, maybe we'll go here so we have more options. All right. Cards. We also have Command Beasts. That's a thing we have. You can send this here because Swarming Wasps lets us send it. Oh, but then we're unlocking. Not good. That's just making Ravages happen in other places, isn't it? There's nothing really can do about that. It's either going to happen here or happen here. Oh, but we have Defend per Dahan. Okay. So actually, do that. New spirits soon, asks Ray Sarab. Yeah, we'll be previewing many minds probably soon. Potentially next week. No promises, but possibly next week. So we know that Fear card is going to be giving Defend 4, so that's actually fine. This is just blighting. That's fine. I'm going to gather warriors here. All of them. Just make an army, I guess. Actually, I think I want to leave that there so we can... Oh, we can still access that land, so it's okay. And don't push. Suddenly ambush. And send one, I guess. Here's fine. There's no more bonus ravages. Yeah, that's probably like, we don't need that huge stack of presents, right? A little. Oh, first gather the warriors. We do need all the Dahan, but I'm gonna leave one presence here and there. That's already 8 damage. Let's just see more lands for things. Can always pick them up on the way with Call to Migrate, right? Okay, so now that blight's not actually happening. That blight is happening. You can also get one fear. And we don't need command beasts. Pink. So we can. This land isn't ravaging, so I'm not gonna push it there. presence. And we're adding explorers. They are going to want to build there, so I don't want to put more guys in there. They're going to ravage here, but it's not that big a deal. Here, there's just these death places for them that they can go into, so it doesn't really matter which one. Split them up so I don't get 3. And yeah, this is inner land, but no events. No events, it's fine. And do we have any? Yeah, we have a sands with 3 there. That's gonna ravage. All right, so we have tsunami. We have storm swath, which actually is really good for this situation because we can say in this land and that land or this land or whatever, we can move some explorers around. Maybe get them out of that inner land finally. Not that it's a big deal. Maybe we just allow them to be there. We can use it here. Seeing if there's any other good setup for that. I think that's fine. I think here we're gonna like either move these guys or move one of these guys. So storm swath. Let's do it here. Oh, I forgot I had an element. That would have gotten me a fear card peak, wouldn't it? Should have used it. And I don't get these, so I'm close, but I wasted my any. Oh well, that's fine. That's why it's there on the screen all the time, but easy to miss sometimes, I guess. Put that here. We're gonna just send him. I guess he doesn't have anywhere to go. Is the problem. So I'm gonna actually not do that. What I can do is do this and then that. I think. Oh right, I'm bringer, so I'm pushing them all. Doesn't even matter. Except now they're going to be ravaging everywhere. Bringer, you're not the right person. Okay, how about you go here? Don't know what that is. And how about you do this here? Send that one there. Actually, yeah, let's do it in the other order. So and these all away from those places. Then send these like that. And we have one extra. But it's just building, right? It's not ravaging, so it can just go back in there. Got lots of lands with 2 explorers. These lands are kind of, this is Bringer's board, not taking care of it very well. That's just gonna be fear. I wonder if we like want to stop this cascade. We can do this. preventing this cascade is worthwhile. And we have like something for this. I guess Rapid Wings helps with that. This town can go into the mountain. Explorer can go this over here. If this blights, it blights, right? We can bring some more Dahan into here for the counterattack. We can find some. Okay. That's something. We do have this, which is not the right lands that are ravaging now. I guess here, we can do it there. Which doesn't do anything, because, well, it does, but we don't need to defend there. We could have put it here, defended there, I guess. Would that be better? Defends 8, Mountain Jungle. Range 2, Sacred Site. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go back. I would like to undo all the way. So Tsunami here. And that emptying that is better, right? So. And that's almost but not quite defended. But I think that's fine. We can figure out another 2 defend or kill an explorer or whatever. And let's get more Dahan into here. We'll probably move some in the fast phase. Oh, actually, this does 2 damage, right? So that does exactly what we want. Right, that costs 4. We do get to play 3 cards now. But we need to make a Sacred Site, so it doesn't really matter. We can afford to play all our cards without gaining energy. I feel like we're going to want more energy for next turn, so let's do this. What does this want? Plant and earth? Is it worthwhile to do that? I would have to click these. Seems fine. Not super necessary, but these other cards do things. We have a blight there. We don't have any other 3 explorer spots, right? Oh, we do. This one. That's gross. That's kind of gross. We don't have anything to deal with that. We were going to get sap the strength here, but we don't get to move to Han fast if we do that. And what do you get to do? You could move to Han fast. I mean, we are reclaiming cards. And taking a different major. I guess Rapid Wings works there too. Rapid Wings. Do we have some Dahan? We have one. Rapid Wings there. And then... what's the damage here? 11, 10. We actually use this power here. And Thunder Speaker defends this. Okay. I think we can look at another major, though. Settle into hunting grounds. Unlock the gates of deepest power and grant hatred a ravenous form. I don't think we're getting the threshold on. Unlock the gates for a long time with Bringer. Well, with this card and 2 Ennies, effectively, do we get it? We have the suns, we have the moons. We need it on fire. And animal. And yeah, we need it on 3 elements, right? So we don't, yeah. It's the elements that Twisted Flowers doesn't have. Because we have moon and air on here already. Yeah, until we get the other Ennie, we can't do that. Settle into hunting grounds useful. I mean, sort of. It's good for testing. So, there's that. I think we want to play Rapid Wings and maybe Dreams of the Dahan to get some more Dahan for the counterattack in one of these lands, but there aren't enough Dahan nearby. I guess we could bring more Dahan for Rapid Wings. That would be what that would be for. I don't think Settle in the Undergrounds actually does anything for us. Grant Hatred is strong in the lands where we don't really need it. So I'll click on this and not play it. That seems fine. We can take the Moon Ennie that we get to give another element to someone, such as fire over here again. Or we could play a different card to get like the earth over here. Maybe that, like, I don't really want this. I would rather have one of these and then get the earth. All right, do we need to... I think we have to reclaim all here, right? I don't think we get to not reclaim all because we need more defend in that land. And at least one miner. This could become a build instead. Honestly, we just have to, like, not have there be as 3 explorers there. But I don't know. We're committed to, like, doing cool stuff. Pay 1 energy to make it fast. Yeah, none of these are great. That one's fine. The problem is I can't really afford a major right now, but I could eventually afford a major. Voice of Command. That is a great card. That just solves this land automatically. I mean, so does Infinite Vitality, but Voice of Command is really, really good. I need a Sacred Site. But does Voice of Command have air on it? It does, so I can make one. Which of these cards? All these cards have good elements for me, pretty much. And the one I just picked up. I guess, oh man, they're just also good. I guess Poison Land destroys Dahan. Don't want it. Alright, okay, I have 0. I can't make a Sacred Site because I don't have energy. And I can't go back and pick another minor power that has air on it and it's free. Range 1. Yeah, so I can't take Voice of Command because I can't make a Sacred Site. Oh wait, I can. I can be helped. I don't need to have enough air. Okay, I don't need to defend then. We want to defend this, right? I can defend that. And play this card I picked up. Okay. Let's see if all these things made sense. So, if I dream of the Dahan, I can bring a Dahan, which makes a Sacred Site. And this is going here. I can't go back after this, right? And this is going to go here. I played this for this, right? This is just a blight. That's just a blight. We might get like a fear card that helps us. So let's check what the fear card is. And we're going to give an earth here. I also had I could have given an air over here. So I did have a way. Let's look at this. Defend 6 in coastal lands. Okay. That makes it much easier. Defend 6 in coastal lands means we don't need to use Voice of Command. I mean, we probably do. But we could have done other things. Like Words of Warning would have been enough. We don't have to Rapid Wings here unless we really want to. Alright, we'll just do things. I mean, it does get Dahan in there. We could also Rapid Wings here and save a presence. No, it doesn't save a presence. Like, I mean, yeah, this is not even blighting. That's not even blighting. Why did I play Sap the Strength there? Like, there's no... I mean, it's Ravaging Coastal Land, so it doesn't matter. Is there any Coastal Ravage where it matters? I mean, I kind of want those guys to die. So... I guess I want to put a Dahan here so that they don't build there, for example. Is there a place where this would do something? I don't think so, right? There's really few town cities around. We could kill this city. That seems valid. Just doing this kills the city, basically. Yeah, there's really no need for Voice of Command. But it's more fun that way. Wrapping wings to the next land over. Okay. 3 blight it says. But we know that's not true. Because we know this spear card is happening. Okay. Command Beasts continues to exist. How's our blight looking now? 0. Skip the build. Okay. I think we win. Alright, the order. Sort of matters, not really. We can like send this guy around. Oh, except he's not actually gonna ravage there because there wasn't anyone there to begin with. That's how it works. Here we can not afford to send someone though. Actually, so yeah, so let's do that. I guess we just kill the buildings. I think, did we just win when we kill these towns? Yeah, we actually just win when we kill the towns. Okay. GG. Game over, victory. All right, so that's been your first look at Russia in the digital version. Pretty interesting adversary. Changes it up quite a bit, where explorers become very important. And basically these first 3 levels are like the main flex of Russia, and then these just make them just like amp it up. Like they have more stage 3 cards, or they move the stage 3 cards up. You get the extra invader cards when you generate fear, and this last one they add more things. So yeah, just punishing you for like doing well. But yeah, we'll get to those in later streams, in previews, and many mines will be previewed soon as well. So it's going to be a beast themed update coming next, including being able to see your game summary up here. Just like basically the exact same stuff as you see in the game. Blight card, fear cards, invader cards, and power cards. And you can also, I think it's new, it's new in this update that you can see all the cards that your spirits have, not just the ones that were in their hand at the end. So that's coming up. Oh, and I guess even forgotten unique powers, if there were any. There weren't any. So there you go. There were though, right? That's I'm gonna make a note. The forgotten powers button doesn't work in the end game screen. We'll make that work. Unless, yeah, those shouldn't be here. Those should be, up there. So, but probably that is just a missing element on this screen that I didn't account for. So, all right, that is going to do it for Handelabra Live today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for Dolphins Dive. Tune in on Wednesday for that. And I'll be back on Tuesday for, hopefully, more Spirit Island previews. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.